Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your girl, Delana Jones, and this is your Heart Flow moment. Hey, I wanted to come on here real quick and just talk to you guys just for a moment. I was writing today, and I heard the words dating in delusion. And I never heard that before. I was like, what is that? What's going on? Dating and delusion. So when I went and I started looking it up, I just kind of just typed it up in Google to see what dating delusion mean, or delusion and dating. And it came up a video, and it was a young lady, and a whole write-up came up. A bunch of different entries came up. And it talked about how sometimes in our dating life, in wanting to date people, and in the process of dating, we have a list of who we want and how they should be and how life should be with this person. And six pack, six figures, 6 feet, that's always been the quote unquote norm for what everyone hollers and says that they want. However, only about 14 to 17% of the population of men have that particular description. And that's not even including the men that really don't want a woman. So the numbers go down even less when it comes to that. The percentages go down. So is that really to meditate on it and think about it? And as women in faith-based relationships, we find ourselves in a situation of wanting to date, but we're dating in delusion based on our faith. And it's nothing wrong with having faith. However, the faith must be aligned within the Word of God and within the promise that God has for you, and within the potential that God has for you in His kingdom. Okay, so when we find ourselves in a relationship that we are having faith for, let's say, you saw somebody, you liked them, you thought they was just, they were fine. This dude they had it going on. And you said, you know what? I'm going to have him. But he got somebody. Delusion. And I'm not saying that you're crazy, because in the religious sector, we tend to operate in a way that seems like we might be a little crazy, because I got faith for this, we got crazy faith and all this kind of stuff. But it just means that your alignment of what you desire is not aligned with what God has and what His Word says. Okay, but then there are some who are out there, and you may was dating somebody, or you may have wanted to date someone, and it just did not work out. But you're sitting and you're waiting for years and years for someone that has gone about their business. They're doing their own thing. They're not even checking for you. But you're sitting and you're waiting, saying, I have faith that God is going to do it. Do not allow yourself to sit in a situation where you're dating with delusion. If you haven't seen this person in over a year, if y'all haven't talked, you haven't even had a video call in over a year, then 9 times out of 10, things have shifted, and they really don't want to be with you in that way anymore. You may have been able to see where things would have been great. They may have hit all the things that you desire. You had, like you said earlier, we talked about 6-pack, 6 figures, 6 feet. He may have the ability to provide, the ability to inspire. You may inspire him. You may be what he needs for encouragement. It's a lot of things that may look good together. However, it just don't work out like that. They just don't like you like that. And so you have to face the music, even though it might hit you like a ton of bricks, and you might not even like the song that's playing. It's the song that is the reality of where you are. Do not sit around chasing anybody that's not chasing you. They're not checking for you. They're not looking for you. They don't, most time, they living their life. They living their best life. Out here kicking it on a dating scene, doing whatever, and you sitting at home waiting to see if they're going to come back around and spin the block on you. Or even if they're going to just pass by the block on the street and notice that you're sitting outside. So it might not allow yourself to be sitting and waiting because you're hoping for something and for someone that does not have an imagination about a life with you. We talk about things of the heart and matters of the heart here at Heart Flow. And some of those issues when you start dealing with relationships and matters of the heart, those are things that take root, and we don't want anyone to fall into a state of bitterness or anything like that, but just remember that your plans you have created in your mind scenario, however, it is the Lord's plans. So don't be delusional. Know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to shift. Know when you see the shift. Know when you feel the shift. It's been a year. It's been 11. It's been 10. It's been 15 years. And you still saying, God said that's going to be my husband. Boo-boo. You might be in delusion. Because it just might not be for you. They might not be for you. And it's okay. Because whatever God has for you in your life is going to be good, and it's going to be in the alignment of His word.